I'm Major Paul Rivera. I'm the AAV Survivability Upgrade Project Team Lead. What we have behind here is the SU itself. What I'll focus in on here is we have the Force Protection Upgrade, which is the foundation of this actual platform. So what we've done is we've actually replaced the EEC armor and brought out buoyant ceramic armor that serves two purposes. One, to bring back that reserve buoyancy, to include the same armor protection that the current AAV RAM-RS has right now. Underneath underneath the body of the vehicle, we've got about a 2.25 inch ballistic armor panel that's been put up underneath it. To include also, we've gotten rid of the linear shocks and replaced it with rotary dampeners. To the rear of the vehicle, we've replaced out the old legacy water jets. The cover's actually closed right now, but you've got in here a new water jet. It's projected to push out more than what we currently are pushing in the water right now, and that's anywhere from 5 to 6 knots with the legacy platform to be greater, anywhere from 7 knots in the water. Transitioning inside the vehicle right now, once again, like I said, is the Survivability Upgrade Program is focused on force protection. We do that by a couple of different ways. One, we've got the belly armor that's on the exterior of the vehicle. Interior, we've got aluminum armor that's been put on the inside, which is retained on the inside of the walls to the side parts of the walls as well, to include a 360 degree spall liner. To finally focus on that upgrade for force protection, we've got blast mitigating seats. These blast mitigating seats, what they focus on is getting the Marines' feet off the actual blast. So by doing so, we've got footrest designed to keep the Marines' feet off, and sailors, to include a 5-point harness. And this seat actually, in an actual event, strokes anywhere from 0 to actually up to 4 inches of stroke. What that does is it doesn't allow the Marine to necessarily survive. It actually increases that ability to survive and be able to walk away with those lower extremity injuries. So they're not taking those. To include also a headrest. The seats, the unique thing about these seats is they actually serve as a secondary function. Instead of just worrying about stepping up on bench seats, you also have the backs of the seats that you can actually step on and maneuver on the top of the vehicle. Walking on the inside of the vehicle, you also have a new deck floor. This deck floor is actually about, from the bottom of the hull up, is about 8 inches. That also gets you and the occupancy away from the actual event of the blast. And then behind this engine panel right here, we've got actually a new engine and a new transmission. And open that up. So what we got back here is you've got a new 675 Cummins engine, you've got a new transmission made by KDS, and a new PTO. That's the heart of the vehicle, and that's what's really bringing a lot of success to this platform due to the fact that we have about 10,000 pounds more weight added to the vehicle. So, and then the last shot that you probably want to take a look at is, if you can look up towards the front, you're actually seeing the new driver's display. That new driver's display is basically getting us into current times instead of having to deal with the old system that we had that was just obsolescent and obsolete.
The AC-130J Ghost Rider, the next-generation gunship the Air Force once dubbed its ultimate battle plane and a bomb truck with guns, will be ready to rain hellfire down on unsuspecting enemies by the end of September, the head of Air Force Special Operations Command announced on September 19th. We are declaring IOC, Initial Operating Capability, this month on the ACJ, AFSOC Chief Lieutenant Gen Marshall Webb told reporters at the Air Force Association's annual conference, for military.com. This is a fully configured gunship. The modified Lockheed C-130J, originally ordered as a replacement for the AC-130H Spectre, was built for aggressive close air support, boasting a 30mm GO-23/A autocannon and a suite of precision-guided munitions that include the GBU-39 small-diameter bomb and AGM-176 Griffin missile. The weapon systems are governed by Modular Precision Strike Package, PSP, previously tested on AC-130W Stinger II aircraft starting in 2009, that includes advanced GPS guidance capabilities and brand new fire control interface, according to military.com. But the crown jewel of the Ghost Rider is the brutal 105mm M102 howitzer system, which can fire off 10 50-pound shells a minute with devastating accuracy. A confirmed addition to the Ghost Rider in January 2015 after years of debate within AFSOC, the 105mm cannon seems like a no-brainer for the next-gen battle wagon, as one weapons system officer told Air Force Times in October 2016, "It's literally an artillery weapon that we decided to shoot down from the sky, instead of up from the ground." If AFSOC gets its way, the 105mm cannon won't even be the Ghost Rider's most unusual big gun. As of April 2017, AFSOC was experimenting with a directed energy laser system designed to knock out enemy electronics and disable critical infrastructure. Without the slightest bang, whoosh, thump, explosion, or even aircraft engine hum, key targets are permanently disabled, Webb told National Defense magazine of the laser weapon's potential function during CAS operations. The enemy has no communications, no escape vehicle, no electrical power and no retaliatory, intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance capability. With 10 Ghost Riders in its current fleet, the Air Force plans on purchasing up to 37 total from Lockheed by fiscal year 2021. But despite its new IOC status, the aircraft won't actually see combat downrange for several years, with full operational capacity by 2025 at the earliest. Why not send the Ghost Rider downrange immediately? Webb cited training delays wrought by the high operational tempo facing special operations forces in countries like Afghanistan, Iraq and Syria, an operational tempo that's only likely to increase in the coming months. Indeed, Webb told reporters that AFSOC commandos have seen deployment rates beyond these previously experienced by the DoD, with some of the command's 14,461 active duty troops deploying more than a dozen times in their careers, per Air Force Times. The challenge that we have, it's my problem, is how do we fight the current fight? We have gunships deployed to Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria and use those same people to convert into a new weapon system, Webb told reporters on September 19th. We are not going to have the luxury of doing what most normal units do. But once the timing is right, the Ghost Rider is ready and able to do what it does best and rain total destruction down on America's enemies. And despite the burdens placed on AFSOC by 16 years of non-stop war abroad, the Webb had a simple message regarding the command's readiness: we're not waiting around.
1600, departure frequency 132.1, runway 18, wind 230 at 9. Alright, runway heading on to 1600, 132.1.